Hey YouTube and crafty people and planner addicts. I'm actually going to be doing a process video for my current week in planning. And before I did that though, I did want to show you my Valentine's week. So I did do a full through of my whole happy planner from January up until the second week of February. Or the first week, one of those. So if you're interested in looking at that, I would definitely check out my channel. So this is the week that I'm going to be planning for. It's my trip to Los Angeles week. So this is my most current week. It's my Valentine's thread. As you can see, I went a little bit crazy, but I think I really, honestly, I love it. And I'm not really a Valentine's Day girl. I don't have like I'm not in a relationship right now, so I'm single, so not totally into Valentine's Day, but it's all right. It's still got cute stuff, and I still have lots of people that love me. So so this is my journaling card, and it's just blank on the side because the week's not done. I did add a couple of the gems from the Dollar Tree, and there's a couple on the front of the journaling card. This was just some of the paper, some of my paper that I bought at Tuesday morning, and I just cut that part out and stuck it on a Project Life card. And then this is the week in planning. So I'm just gonna kind of zoom in here a little bit so you can see it a little bit. Focus. So I've got a lot of stuff written down already. I did some gems at the top. And this is some vellum paper I stuck behind. You can see it see-through. So that's what this week looks like. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the following week. So I'm going to pause it and get ready and come right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sure that was a weird transition. Poof! Everything is changed. But I am actually going to be using this paper. It's kind of my inspiration. Obviously, the fact that I'm going to Los Angeles is my inspiration. So I'm going to be doing, using this paper as kind of my main focus. It's just some paper. I believe I bought it at Hobby Lobby, I want to say. And wow, I really need to get my nails filled. So just ignore my manicure. And ignore the fact that I'm making a lot of noise because I'm trying to find something. Sorry. Okay. I wanted to show you these. I've actually found these at Tuesday morning, and they're basically tags, and there's like, I don't even know how many in here, just a ridiculous amount of these tags in here. Oh, I didn't even notice We Are Memory Keeper tags. So I don't know why anyone would need this many tags that say Los Angeles on it. Like, look at that stack. It's a lot. But I bought them at Tuesday morning, and I think they were like 30 cents. So I'm going to Los Angeles, and I'm going to be obviously using one in this spread, and then I already used one in my weekly or my monthly spread. So I feel like I've got a good amount out of it. So it was definitely worth 30 cents because I didn't have to print anything or do anything. I'm just going to cut around this and maybe even possibly use this Hollywood part. Not 100% sure, but definitely going to be using this somewhere in the spread. Okay. And then, like I said, this is my inspiration piece. So I just took some of the scrapbook paper and cut it into different shapes that we'll need. It is going to be, I'm going to do a ruler real quick. I always forget the measurements. I always have to do it again. It's 2, it's 2.5, I believe 1.5, a little less than 1.5. And so then I wanted to bring out kind of the yellow in the pitch in some of the colors, so I wanted to bring out the yellow. And then I just have this craft paper, and then I also have this other paper that I got, and it's really cute. It actually has little cars on it, and little houses and cameras, and the little car is cute. And it's a road trip because I don't live that far from LA, so we're just driving up there and actually staying the night for a couple of nights. So and then I also found a bunch of these vellum pieces. I found these at the Dollar Roads. I don't know what it's called. It's a dollar store. And this little car is cute, and it says road trip and vacation fun and having fun. And so I'm hoping to use these in there. I think it goes really well with the paper. So another Tuesday morning find. I actually found this really cool stamp. And wouldn't it be awesome if I'm able to go to all these places like Istanbul and New York? One day I'm gonna go to New York. I will. It's in my dream. I've been to San Francisco before. Ooh, Shanghai would be neat. Ooh, I've been to Chicago. I'd love to go back to Chicago. I actually lived in Virginia, so I've been to Washington, D.C. several times. So, this is actually a cool stamp, and what happened was I went to Tuesday morning. I found this stamp in, I don't know, the clearance bin, and it had a yellow tag on it. And I went up to the lady, I said, how much is the yellow tag? I know what the pink tag is, I know what the purple tag is, and I know what the orange tag is. What's the yellow tag? And she's like, oh, usually that means they're discontinued. So I went up to the counter, and she gave it to me. She's like, oh, you can just have it. I'm like, what? Are you sure? What? She's like, yeah, just have it. Just take it. It's really, really old. I'm like, okay. So it was definitely worth it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. I have a good idea for this. All right, so I'm actually going to pause the video again, and I'm going to kind of organize my page to kind of what I want it to look like, and then come back and kind of walk through the next steps. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I kind of set up the layout the way I think I'm going to be gluing stuff down. I did want to show you what I did with the stamp. So it didn't stamp perfectly, but I think it'll be okay. It kind of didn't stamp at the top of the page. But basically this is what I did with it. I just stamped it on this little piece of paper and then just circled the Los Angeles. And then what I'm going to do is stick it under here and have the little "we were here" sticking out on the page. I might actually end up moving that over here because "we were here," it's kind of past tense, so I think that'll bother me that it's on that day because we will still be here on that day. And I want to use this on the side panel because I think that's really cute. So I was testing out whether or not I should use the bright yellow or the brown, and I really think that it pops better on the yellow. And it's a lot of yellow for me, so might have to do something to break that up, but I'm going to go ahead and measure out the space and kind of line it up the way I want it. And then all I do is take a pencil and just mark it, and then I take my handy dandy cutter that I cannot find at this particular second. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I'll take my cutter here and just cut it right on the line. That's not straight. Having a little struggle here getting it straight. All right, that looks good. Okay, so cutting it off. I'm gonna need to do one more cut, so let's not put that too far away. And then this one, I don't generally cover up the top portion, but sometimes I do if there's a really cute sticker. And I always like to make sure that I get all of the lines on the side panel. Whoops. Just pull off my thing. Okay. And then we're just gonna, you can't see that in the thing, but I'm just basically gonna cut it. All right. So I just trimmed it down to the size I needed, and I'm gonna stick that right there. And then I think I'm gonna start gluing stuff down. Yeah, I think that's cute. That looks cute there. Okay, so I'm gonna start gluing stuff down, and then I will be back. I do need to find something to do with the weekend. Try to be a little bit more relaxing, so not so busy. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that, and I will come back with the next steps. Okay. So this is what I came up with so far. So I did just put, I basically finished this side. So I put the vacation fun, and then I put road trip on the side over here, and then this little luggage and pack your bags. And this is a little tag. It just says destination getaway, and I'll write the date in there. And then this is let's hit the road. It's just a little cutout from a paper pack that I bought. And this arrow is actually not an arrow. It's actually a die cut that I bought a Tuesday morning, and it's actually supposed to be a house, a little house, but then I turned it this way and it became an arrow. So I just I like doing that. I like to use things not necessarily the purpose they were used for. For instance, this is, I cut this part out of the tag that I showed you earlier. So I'm definitely going to be using this somewhere on this page. Probably right there. That's probably where it's going to go, because I don't think there's any other place else. Because I could put it right in the middle here. But I'll figure out that in a second. So basically that's what I did. I just die cutted that arrow out, or the house. And then I die cutted it so the little car was right in the middle. I thought that was cute. And it says that's the road. So that's what that looks like. And I just glued all the pages on. It is definitely difficult when you have a one side of it already has puffy stuff on it. It's definitely difficult to kind of glue stuff down. I mean, I kind of went crazy with all of the puffiness on this side. But I make it work. Because I don't really care about the puffiness of the Happy Planner. Like, I don't care if my Happy Planner is puffy, because you can just remove the pages, and then it can be as, then you can just keep the pages separate in a separate thing. I actually have another ring set, so I'm able to store them all in one spot. So that's what that side looks like. And then I'm just starting to kind of get this side done, so that we're actually going to be in Los Angeles on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I can't think of what I was going to say. Okay, so basically, okay, so I'm going to pause it for a second and kind of figure out what I'm going to do with this space, and then I'll come back. Hi, so I'm back. Okay, so I actually went ahead, used the tag part right here. I put it in the middle, that way it'll still give me room to write stuff on either side, or up and down. And then down here I can also write stuff. So you're saying, how can you write stuff on pattern paper? Well, I actually use tabs, so like things like this. So I can actually take this off of here and stick it on here, and then make a little note, and it still looks cute, and it still shows the pattern. So I got these at Joann Fabric, and they were in the dollar section, which isn't a great deal for 20, but they were really cute, and I think they're very versatile. So I definitely will use a couple in this spread. And then I did stamp this little stamp I got from Tuesday Morning. Life itself is a wonderful adventure. But that was cute. Looks like a little postage stamp. So as you can see, I did more stuff on this side. I didn't really do anything on this side. So one thing that I definitely do if I'm kind of stuck and don't know what to do is I just start looking through my stash and just start looking through my paper and start looking through all my stickers and just try to figure out what I can do. So I did find this very interesting paper that I wouldn't normally even gravitate to. It was in a pack of paper that I bought, but I thought the color, because this shade of blue, turquoise teal, is my favorite color, and there is a couple of, in this, there's that color in there a little bit. So and then of course this is kind of that color. So I'm like, oh, I want to bring some more of that color into the spread, so I'm gonna basically cut this piece out and probably use it in one of those couple boxes. Now, I generally do leave a few boxes empty. You can see on this spread, like this one is almost completely empty. And this one was empty, but I just stuck the sticker. This was another one of these stickers, but in a different color. And oh, this is a good example of the label. So I stuck this little label on here so I can write on there. So anyway, so you can see I do leave some blank spaces typically, but since this one is pretty completely filled, I'll probably want to also fill this page just so it balances and doesn't look all busy on one side and then not busy on the other. I don't want to put too much more on it because I feel like it's already getting really busy, but knowing me, I'll probably will, just because. So I'll kind of tell you, I mean, this is my process. I'll actually probably flip this over just so I can make sure I don't write on the paper. And so I just would make a line and then make a line. I don't know if I'm going to use it on both spots, so we will see what happens when we get back. So it'll magically be done when we return. Okay, so I cut down this paper and I'm gonna actually glue it on here. I do want to tell you that I attempted to cut this and my glue stick. I attempted to cut it one time and I cut it just too short, a little bit shy of what it should have been. So in order to fix it, I actually just cut it a lot shorter. So it'll, I don't know if I like it there, but so it doesn't look like an accident. It actually looks like I did it on purpose. So as you can see, so I could use it there, or I could churn it and use it. Actually, I might. So this is kind of my process. I kind of go through and look at it, and maybe I'll do it long ways. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. So I'll cut it even a little bit more. So I'm just going to use my scissors for this one real quick. Just trim it real quick. Oh, that was completely and totally uneven. Let's see if that's a little better. And then just glue it with I just use a glue stick generally. Sometimes I use like this kind of glue if it's a really small thing. Sometimes I use tape runner. It just depends. But the trusty old glue stick works too. So that's good. I like kind of, I don't know if I like that yet, but I never know if I like a page until I have it completely done. I know that sounds weird, but I don't generally know if I'm going to like it until it's done. I really like this side. I just got to get this side up to par. And the reason why I don't really like it is because I don't like having these two color blues right next to each other. But it has been glued down. So this is, I really do like this paper and this paper. I think that complements each other really good. And this is just a piece of paper that actually was on the other side of this. And I just wanted this part, so I just cut it. And granted, I did lose the bicycle wheel, but I have another page of this in the book. So if I ever want to use the bicycle, I can. All right, folks. Well, we're at 20 minutes long. Wonder if I should continue. I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, and then I will show you what it looks like a little bit later when it's completely done. All right. Okay, so I lied. I wanted to show you something that I'm about to do, just as a little tip. So basically what happened was, you know, I told you I'd cut this part off of this one, and this, there was a scrap from kind of the middle of the page for this, and I'm like, okay, well that kind of matches because it's got the oranges and it's got that kind of blue, but I don't really like this wall. Like, it has like a wall on it, and I don't really like that. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to cover the wall with this label, and then when I stick it on here, the colors will match, but it won't be, but the wall will be gone. So if it focuses, you could see that. So that's what I'm going to do with that page. So I just have 2 more boxes. So wish me luck. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm almost done with the planner this week, and I wanted to share another idea that I have come up with. What I'm actually doing is taking a journal card, one of the many I have in my stash that have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on it, and it's just a little journaling card back and front. And what I do is when I want to cover up the dates because they don't match, so what I've done is since we're going to be there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I basically have used the road trip paper to indicate those 3 days, and then I'm using the brown craft paper for the remainder. But then I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut them out, and then I have date stamps. So I'm going to put the date on each of them, and then glue them to the sections. So if you have these cards in your planner, that's one way that you can use these cards. Okay, I will show you the end product when I am done. Thanks, guys. Okay, everybody, I'm done. So as you can see, I stuck it back in my planner, and I put the dates at the top using the little cutouts, and I added this little car here, and I put my scripture in on this side. So I think it looks really cute. I'm actually really in love with it. So what I'll do is, this side is, like I said, it's kind of puffy because there's so much going on over here. So what I will do is I will bring my little labels with me on my trip, and probably some other stickers and stuff. And then what I do is I actually write on the label first and then stick it in the planner, so that I'm not having to write over bumps and, you know, the puffy stuff on the other side. And that works out really well for me. I probably will add something here because I feel like the pink is just not working for me. So I've got lots of other little stickers I can go through and add something, but I think I'm done for now. So thank you so much. I know this video is really long, so thank you for sticking with me and watching the whole thing, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment, subscribe, and like if you like this video. Thanks, bye.